Getting set to kick the ball off now. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. When he's got some space here. Picks up some blocks. Can they catch him? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown!
You know, teams can go years without an opening kickoff return for a touchdown. It's very rare to start a game, but also the kind of start you dream about, especially when you can do it in front of this home crowd.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Hands it off from the gun. Moves the ball up to the 30. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge. The biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test.
He's in the clear. At the 30 now. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. A quick strike to be able to climb back into this football game. Now can the defense do their job and get a stop and give this hot offense the football back?
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner looking to create better field position. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
And the offense will take over. First and 10.
Offense comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. Handoff heading left. Gets the first and still running. Breaks into the clear. At the 20. Past the 10.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll leave the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Offense makes their way on the field. Off the play fake on first down. Defense is coming after him. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
They're going to run it here. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Moves out of the pocket. Extending the play now. Breaking free at the 35. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
Back to pass. It's Karapatsias. Using his legs here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
This drive has now reached the red zone. An inside give now from the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
There's a 1st and 10 play. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And now we are all even for basically a brand new game here.
Yeah, it's exactly right. With a tie game, you treat this as a fresh slate. Forget about the mistakes you've made, the big plays that you've made before. It doesn't matter anymore. Now you just go out and play and go try to win this game.
Point after, up and good. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. At the 15, that's where the offense will take over. Offense ready to start this drive. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And they'll tackle at about the 23-yard line.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
The shotgun handoff here. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Bringing pressure. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. On the move now. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
You're in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First down here for this offense. Handoff from the shotgun. Got the first down and still motoring. They finally make the tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. And then first down, right back to the running game. Tackle down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
Boy, this defense seems to be confused. That's back-to-back big carries for first downs. They better get it together, or this could be an easy drive for this offense.
Fresh set of downs, first and goal.
Here we go.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for second and goal. Caught in the backfield. It's Rourke. But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He escapes the pocket. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Picks up the first, looking for more. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
At the 33. That's a first down for the offense.
Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or is the defense going to step up as we head to the second quarter? So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. He hands it to the back. They've got him in the backfield, nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. Now the play is just blown up by the big fella in the... Kirk showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. Has the force, still on the move. He make the stop, but that gains enough to set him up first down at the 14.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Looking for 6.
Great job by this offense, answering the bell and getting 6 on the board. We're just an extra point from this thing being all tied up, and you got to think the scoreboard operator isn't done just yet today.
And he knocks through the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Running out of time in the pocket. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Zips it down the middle. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return.
And the offense will take over.
Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. Takes the handoff. It's Payne. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that first down loss. That's reeled in. It's Payne. Making people miss. Second effort, their defense cannot stop him short of the marker.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Dropping back, it's Karapatsias. Caught behind the line, it's Payne. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Grab behind the line, it's Payne. To the 25.
Man, I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball and then the speed afterwards, and it's a touchdown.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. He'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down.
At the 11. And the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Moves out of the pocket. He'll throw it deep down the middle of the field. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. Could take it all the way. Inside the 20. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
Nobody open downfield. Just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. No surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. On the move. Can he make it? All the way for a touchdown.
Chris, when was the last game you saw not only 1, but 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown by the same guy? Unbelievable performance, not only by the return man, but the entire unit setting these returns back for touchdowns.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On first down, it's play action. On the move now. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Heads out of bounds after another big gain and a first down. This defense has not been able to stop the quarterback run today.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
They beat the blitz there with the pressure bearing down. He just dumped it off to the back.
A nice job of just keeping his eyes downfield because you're right, that pressure got to him in a hurry. Thankfully, the running back was right in his line of sight, was able to dump it to him as a safety valve, and he picked up the first. Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Back to throw. It's Karapateas. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Now here he goes. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal.
What a great route here by this tight end on third down. And the quarterback does a smart thing by looking for the big fella. Who's your best friend on third down? Of course, the tight end. And now we've got first and goal.
That's why he's a dangerous scrambler. The quarterback says, I'm just going to end this scoring drive right here. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, and everybody's covered downfield. The defense has done a pretty good job of containing the offense. The problem is this guy's creativity. I don't know, maybe put a spy, a linebacker on him to try to mirror him when he takes off to scramble.
Extra point splits the uprights. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards out. There's a fumble. Who's going to come up with it? The ball bounces out of bounds, so the offense will hold on to possession.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You could almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Well, that's a great job by this defense at getting pressure with only 3 pass rushers. That leaves 8 back in coverage. It makes it very difficult to find an open man. But, boy, you'll play that defense all day if you can get that kind of pressure with just 3 guys.
And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. A timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Boy, it's another big play for this offense. This game has been going back and forth, and we're still in the first half. Where would this game end up by the fourth quarter?
Going to try to use his legs here. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. First down, looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Excitement there in the final play of the first half. A great effort, but they get him down. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And he's got it, no problem. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway.
Take this one away.
Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
They lose 3 in that play, so now it's second down and 13. Important play coming up. On the ground, it's Payne. Breaks a tackle in the clear now. He's brought down out at the 46.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Tries the right with a quick throw. And the ball is picked off. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Man, just a tough way to start this second half for this offense. You know, when you get together at halftime, you make all the adjustments based on what you learned from the first half. And to come out and throw an interception in the second half, they got to adjust again.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking for his back. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Look out, he's in the clear. The 30, past the 20.
Oh, he tried to force that, and it backfires. Heck of a job by the defense of stepping in front of that throw and taking it all the way back for a touchdown.
The extra point makes the lead 18 now. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And it's a bunch formation. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Fires it to the left side. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Breaks into the open.
The QB is the loneliest man in the stadium right now following that dreaded pick 6. For this guy,